Good evening, everyone. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Rameez and I am a filmmaker and a film critic. And today's film features the return of slasher hero Michael Myers. It's Halloween.
He is a killer, but he will be killed tonight. Happy Halloween, Michael.
Babe Ruth once said, "You really can't beat a guy that never quits." And boy, does that translate down to Michael Myers. This guy. But boy, this is a great friggin' movie, man. It's so completely satisfying to see three generations of the Strode daughters taking on Michael Myers. This film is suspenseful, it is intriguing, and it will tense you up. At multiple points in this film while I was watching it, I found myself bracing for something to happen. It has that effect on you. It's an effective movie. The star of the film is Michael Myers, who very much like the first film escaped from a prison transport to do what he's good at: walking and murdering people and breathing. Between Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Michael Myers, it's they're channeling off this thing as if there's this internal hole in their body which is empty, and it can only be filled up by this final showdown, killing one another. Forget about Khabib versus Conor McGregor. Forget about Daredevil versus Wilson Fisk. I mean, that was pretty big. But the real showdown of 2018 was Michael Myers versus Jamie Lee Curtis. The cinematography in this film is spectacular, man. I love the way they used the lighting in this film, cinematically and to build suspense. One of my favorite scenes in the whole film is when Michael Myers is doing what he's doing, killing people. And he's stalking this fat kid who's just coming back from a party. And he's in a garden which has motion sensor lights. So whenever they sense motion, the lights will come on. So this kid, the light is on, and then in a distance he sees Michael Myers. He doesn't know it's Michael Myers. The lights go off. Boom. Michael Myers is next to him now. And it's so well done. The whole scene is really well directed and sound designed. He's closer now, and all you can hear is him breathing. The lights go off again. And then, as soon as the lights go on again, stabbed right through the face. It's wonderful, and it's one of the best scenes and one of the most tense scenes in the film. And mostly because of the lighting. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant, man. The shot sizes are excellent as well. When Michael Myers finally puts the mask on, it's brilliant. I mean, it's just brilliant, man. And the shot sizes in this film are spectacular as well. I mean, the big scene of the film, when Michael Myers finally finds his mask and he puts it on, it's so well done. It's an extreme close-up of their face, and there's this parallax effect. They shoot it on a long lens, possibly a 200 millimeter, and he seems larger than life. And the effect of him putting the mask on seems like as if the mask is a part of him. Like Rorschach puts on the mask on his face. It's like a part of him. And it's done very Michael Bay style. The camera spins around him, and there's a little bit of slow motion, and Michael Myers gets up vertically. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I was like, oh, all right, this is good storytelling. It's wonderfully shot and directed. I was kind of shocked that this film was directed by the director of Pineapple Express and Your Highness. Shocking. Great production design as well. The first look of Michael Myers takes place in jail, in this courtyard which looks like a checkerboard. It's a very lasting image. The biggest problem with the film, however, in my opinion, begins at the beginning of the third act. The doctor who's looking after Michael Myers executes a complete 180-degree turn on his character. He's something, but then he turns out to be something else. And the something else he turns out to be is a completely cliched and lame character. And the only reason he switches from being this caring doctor into one of those crazy doctors who needs to examine his patients. There's nothing to examine with Michael Myers. He just kills and breathes. That's it. So yeah, this doctor, he turns on the protagonist of the film. It's only done because I think the writers were at a roadblock. They couldn't figure out what to do because they had to get Michael Myers to the house to Laurie's house at the end of the film, and that's the only reason they could find to get it there. It's pretty lame. It doesn't fit in the movie, and I was scratching my head while that was going on. Horror filmmaking is one of the best types of filmmaking because it lets you be truly creative. I still remember watching, what's the Nightmare on Elm Street? I think the 4th or 5th one, when this girl just, looked up at her arms and, the cockroach legs started coming out of her. It was so well done, man. So horror films are truly great exercises for you to be creative, and for lovers of horror, just if you're a watcher or if you're a lover of horror cinema, you will love this movie, and I suggest you check this out. Wonderful setup, tons of gore, a great antagonist whose only motivation it is to be a monster, and some lasting images. There is some unnecessary comedy with the side characters. While it's good to give some levity in the film, it doesn't really fit the film. Remember people, this is a slasher film, we don't need comedy. However, with all that being said, I am going to give Halloween a final score of 4 out of 5. I thoroughly enjoyed this film, man, and I'm pretty sure you will as well. Thank you so much for watching, people. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, you know what to do. Remember to love yourselves.